Good morning and welcome to Coffee with Mom. So, today I just want to talk about baby led weaning and how I am so proud of those moms that are out there doing baby led weaning because it is terrifying. I definitely have one of those de-choker things. I actually have 4 of them. One for like literally every house and one for travel. So anyways, I just want to talk baby-led weaning and how kind of my process started with it. I definitely did a mixture of both. I started with purees and then slowly kind of increased to finger foods like strips of egg, just plain, and then big chunks of avocado, it's really hard for them to hold the avocado at first because it's so slippery. So definitely take that with a grain of salt. Bananas, things that just were like big enough that he could hold, is how I started. And to be honest, when you start at like 6 months, like they are going to gag on everything. So even going from like a regular puree, even like a thickened puree to like an avocado mash, he definitely had some issues with the texture and kind of swallowing it down and like not getting overwhelmed. So I think whatever you guys are doing, whether you're doing puree or you're doing baby-led weaning, for me, the most important thing is that food is play. And so what I started doing is really just letting him experience the spoon. Early on, even with purees, I never fed him the puree. I always gave him the spoon. And whether the food ended up like on his forehead, under his chin, somewhere near his mouth, it didn't matter to me. I just wanted him to get that coordination of hand to mouth really early on, because you hear of a lot of kids that go to school or, later on down the road and they don't know how to feed themselves because at an early age, sometimes we can want to help them. We don't want them to make a mess. And so we feed them and then, they don't learn that really good hand to mouth coordination and kind of getting their hands dirty and getting their face dirty. And another thing that I really had to work with is the grandparents. Love them to death, but they love to wipe every like mouthful. It's like a mouthful wipe. And I was like, you guys have to stop doing that. The baby needs to be dirty. He needs to experience what having food on his face feels like, having it on his hands. It's just such a texture experiment for them. And it's food is play for the first 6 to 12 months of life. And it's something I've really enjoyed. I honestly have so many pictures of him with food all over his face. It's like in his eyebrow, in his hair. His hair's like sticking up with like black beans just everywhere. And it's honestly the cutest thing ever. It's a pain in the butt to clean up. So all the moms out there that are like, I don't know, it's just so dirty. Like, okay, it can be hard to clean. It's not hard, but it can be annoying to clean. And then you go to clean their face at the very end and he's like, oh, I don't want it. But, I don't care. It's all for the love of the food and the play. And so I highly recommend you guys letting your babies use their hands, whether you're doing a mixture of both or baby-led weaning or whatever you choose. Definitely try it all. Introduce those allergens early. If anyone has any tips on how to feed sesame oil, because that apparently, or not sesame oil, but like sesame in general, because apparently that's an allergen. And I've tried pretty much everything else, shrimp, fish, peanut butter, almond butter, cashew butter, anything like that I've tried, but I can't really figure out how to do the whole sesame thing. And then I also need to try soy. So I guess tofu's next. I make everything myself, so a lot of research on how to make stuff for this baby. But if anyone has any ideas or any recipes, please let me know.